What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mack with another episode of the Dre Mack Podcast Show.
What's going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mack. Normally, you know that I'll be doing the Dre Mack podcast show, but today I told you I wanted to go ahead and do my WandaVision review. And again, non-spoilers. There's no spoilers. You don't have to worry about, oh man, he's spoiling the show for me or whatever. No, spoiler review. This is just really kind of my opinions on this particular show, which I absolutely enjoyed, and I've been craving. Like everybody else, we've all been craving for Marvel content, and exactly at this moment in 2021, we finally got Marvel content. So I'm just going to dive in, just kind of on my opinion on what I've actually been watching, what I've actually liked about it. There's really not too much that I disliked about this particular show, but let me just go ahead and just start with episode 1, because episode 1 starts literally like a 1960s, late 50s, early 60s sitcom. And for me, because I'm an 80s baby and I used to watch a lot of syndicate shows, I absolutely loved this particular angle that they were using, using these old-timey shows to be able to show you a time period, for one, and this was a complaint about a lot of movies who try to do a lot of rehashing on a lot of the old stuff. Perfect. I would say this: Marvel probably took this to the next level, actually using, from what I've heard, a lot of the actual camera work and stuff like that from these old time shows, and using consultants that used to work on these particular shows. So I really like that element, because it takes you there. Especially, like I said, I watched a lot of Syndicate TV. I watched a lot of Mary Tyler Moore Show. I watched a lot of Andy Griffin. I watched a lot of Beverly Hillbillies and Dick Van Dyke and My Three Sons, and the list goes on and on and on. But I watched a lot of television because all I had was basic television back in the day. But not to digress, it took me kind of back from an era where I knew that all I had was a black and white TV, and this was the shows that I was watching. So I got intrigued with the show and the look of the show, but it was little things, little context clues that I started noticing about WandaVision that you really, really, really kind of have to look at if you're watching this show. And a lot of people I know is going to complain, but like, man, I really want action, and when they're going to get to this and when they're going to get to that, they need to hurry up and wrap it up. No, you actually have to watch this, because not only are they using the tropes of the old 1960s and 1970s and shows and stuff like that, 1950 shows, they're also showing you a lot of the Hitchcock Twilight Zone type of feel also. So it's little things, and this is what I really, 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 really liked about this show, because the acting is not just explosions and different things like that. Visual clues always, to me, makes the acting a lot better. You have to watch for facial expressions. You have to really kind of watch the environment too. You have to watch everything, and this is kind of what this show is doing. They're giving you they're literally giving you the Scooby-Doo twist. You thinking it's one thing, you're having a good time, and you're caught up in it, and the mystery is actually something else. And it drove right into episode 2. Episode 2 gave me exactly what I was looking for. It gave me the hilarity. It also gave me the creeps. And to me, this went more Twilight Zone. To me, I believe episode 1, to me, this is my opinion, I've seen a lot of the Hitchcock into it when you start looking at just little visual details, and then the Twilight Zone, the way that people are interacting, and you have the side characters that's interacting with the main characters. You start seeing stuff that you're like, something is not right about this. And again, the acting in it, Elizabeth Olsen is and Paul Bettany are awesome in this series. So I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, if you come into this and you have no idea about, for one, Wanda Maximoff and her powers, I would suggest you go and read The House of M. I would very much suggest you read that comic. That comic is awesome. I actually got the whole, I got the House of M storyline, and I would really kind of recommend that. But it's not just House of M that they're pulling from. They're pulling from a lot of other particular type of comics too. And if you don't know anything about what's going on in the MCU right now, you're gonna look at this and be like, "What is this?" And that's gonna be a lot of frustration if you don't, know anything really about Marvel, or you don't have any kind of idea what this show is trying to do, or you don't know anything about Wanda Maximoff. I would say, or just read some of her bios. Just try to catch up a little bit on who she is and why she does what she does, because she's an Omega level mutant. She can manipulate matter. So when you can manipulate matter, when you can create your own world, you are top tier level. So I absolutely enjoyed it. I didn't feel like, and a lot of people was complaining about the 21 episodes. Oh, that's too short or whatever. It was perfect because it was shot like the sitcoms in that time. So I'm absolutely enjoying it. One thing I would have suggested, if they could have done for me when they get to the 80s, do a little Mork and Mindy, but that probably won't happen because that's probably one of my favorite shows of like television shows, like sitcoms at that time too, was Mork and Mindy, some Nanu, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Robin Williams. But anyway, I digress. I absolutely loving this show. I can't wait till episode 3, and I will come back with a review of episode 3 on next week. So make sure you guys are checking this out. Make sure you're checking out the Dre Mac Podcast Show. That's on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at, and on my YouTube page. So make sure you guys are checking me out. I love y'all. Peace. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys on the next review.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac with another episode of the Dre Mac Podcast Show.